I've been Derek's buddy for a long time. And I think I just want to start off by saying, like, wow, what a beautiful moment. What a beautiful venue. And, I knew these guys were going to be good at their vows. And I knew they were going to be good at their dances, but I didn't expect them to like bring people to tears. They're basically professional dancers up here. And, they're so good at what they did today. I think they've changed the way I think about marriage and getting married. I mean, I've always thought, like, why would you spend so much money on a single day? Why would you do that? And, as I'm standing here and I look around and I see all the people who love these guys the most in the world. And we drive out to this venue in, the middle of nowhere. And we put on our best clothes, all for the sole purpose of giving these guys formal blessing in their marriage together. I'm realizing that these kind of moments in our life are priceless. I myself am a father, and I watched Chandler's dad today walk his daughter down the aisle, pass her off to her new husband as the first step in her new life as a married woman. And I thought to myself, how could you put a price on that? It's priceless, it's beautiful, and it's powerful. And Dan, I wanted to tell you, Derek called me a couple weeks ago, and he asked me, he said, Kai, I need you. I said, of course, what do you need, bud? And he goes, well, I got Danielle's going to speak at my rehearsal dinner, and I was thinking about giving Justin a chance to read, but to speak, but he can't read. The first thing I thought was, wow, the coolest guy I've ever known in the world is asking me if I'll speak at his wedding. I mean, I've made it. I've made it. This is the mountaintop for me. And then the second thing I thought was he can read. It just takes him a little longer. He's a good reader. But no. So Derek, in that conversation, I asked him. I said, Derek, I've never seen too many of these speeches. I don't know what I'm doing, bud. Like, what do you want to talk? What do you want me to say? And the only thing he was passionate about was, please include Chandler. Please talk to Chandler. And he called me again on Tuesday and said, hey, man, I just want to really reiterate if you include Chandler in the speech. But I was writing the speech today. I was about to call it Dear Chandler. And so, my speech, Chandler, is dedicated to you. And, the first thing I would say is, like, when you love somebody, when you truly love somebody, you want the best for them. And when you listen to the way Derek talks, and he says things like, I can be myself around her, or she laughs at my silly jokes, she likes how goofy I can be, or we were in the cabins today, and I was upstairs changing, and I heard him say, like, I'm a little nervous about the wedding process, and I'm a little nervous about my vows, but I'm not nervous about the girl. And, I thought to myself, man, that's beautiful. That's what you want to hear as a mom. That's what you want to hear as a dad. And so, we're grateful. My first point is that we're grateful that he's found a home with you. The second thing I want to share is maybe a little, advice isn't the right word, maybe recommendation on how to get the most out of him. So I was thinking, what can I offer you, right, that will be valuable years down the road? And it really starts with Dan. And it does. If you know Dan and you know Derek and you spent time with them, these guys love games and keeping score and competitions. And if you were stuck in a boardroom and all you had was like what's in your pants pockets, you would leave that room having played 10 games, there'd be a championship trophy, and we had plans on coming back on Tuesday for rematches. It's just what it is. It's a part of our character and DNA, and that's how I've gotten to know Derek. And what I've learned about Derek is that he's the guy when you're driving home from the golf course and you played your worst, and it's a gray clouds and the rain is slowly tattering against the windows, and You know, you feel like a loser. He's the guy who will call you and tell you it's all gonna be okay. He's gonna give you information on where you went wrong, where you could improve, where you gave up on yourself, where you shouldn't have gave up on yourself. And the flips is, I can't beat him. And the flip side of that coin is when you win. I mean, let's just say, for example, you're the first guy to break 80 out of all your golfing buddies. 75 to be specific at Lake Wilderness Golf Course on September 4th at about 7:30 in the evening. He's the guy who's gonna jump out of his truck, take the championship trophy, put it on your shoulders, take pictures, and put the biggest smile on your face. So he picks you up when you need it, he celebrates your wins. And my advice to you, Chandler, is just engage with him in these games. No matter how silly the game is, or how slanted the rules always seem to be in his favor, engage with him in these games because it's the way that it's like a tool he uses to let the most beautiful parts of his character shine through. And, you know, to you, Derek, man, I just say I love you, buddy. I'm so proud of you. I know Chris would look down and be proud of you, 100%. And, you know, Dan, Cindy, Danielle, you guys raised a beautiful boy. And, yeah, okay, let's raise our glasses up. And this time, we will make a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Chandler.